On Monday, we did kind of a verbal review or audio review of the chapter. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to see what you remember from that. Okay, so I'm going to write, if I can find my sheet, if Aisha didn't take it from me. All right, this is an individual activity. Turn sideways, landscape. I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words up there on the page, and they're going to represent geometrical figures, and you're going to list as many things as possible about them. All right? Don't have to give long sentences about what's going on. If it's going to be about parallelograms, so on and so forth, stuff from chapter 6. But if you know properties, if you know definitions, if you know theorems that come up from it, I want you to write underneath there. But you do not have to write out the whole theorem. Okay? Just the key points of the theorem. So here are the 8 words. First word is, well, to start off chapter 6, review. Now, this is something you are going to do by yourself. Here we go. Quadrilateral. All right. Next is a polygon. Next is a parallelogram. For the sake of the manual and my arm writing. Rhombus. Rectangle. Square. I heard that. Square. Trapezoid. Ooh, let me get some more space. Trapezoid. Yes.
So for each word like quadrilateral, we have to write something about it.
You need to list as many things as you know about just a quadrilateral. Obviously, you don't have to list rhombus, parallelogram, because those are on the board, right? We're going to assume that. But I want you to list, well, how do you define a quadrilateral? What makes a quadrilateral a quadrilateral? What makes a polygon a polygon? What other terms come into play with that? Okay, I'll give you about 3 minutes. Try and get as much information down as a review from this chapter. Let's see what you know. You can start anywhere along the grid. Don't feel like you have to stay at quadrilateral. Okay, or start there. You guys want 1 more minute? Don't worry, it's not a quiz or a test. It was really kind of a self-assessment. See what you remember without your notebooks. About 15 seconds, and I'm going to ask you to do something with that information. About 15 seconds. All right, here's what I want, okay? To avoid clutter and confusion. This half of the room, I want you to stand up and write one thing you got anywhere on the space. Get up, go, let's go. Write one thing under any category. You guys are going to be next after they sit down. We just don't want to bunch them at the board, okay? If you do a picture, draw a picture. Just find the space where you fit in. Please, no duplicates. No duplicates. Keep going. If you haven't finished going, keep writing. Okay? Keep writing if you haven't finished.
What does it say?
Yeah, that's fine. No. Now, that's moving over to here, right? We just want to know about quadrilateral. So if you do that, that's fine. So I can take off that. We're going to have someone else add something else. All right? Do one thing. All right, here we go. This side up. You fill in another space. We're gonna see how many rounds we can keep going until we got everything. No, I want to. 8 till 7. Okay. There's a trapezoid open. There's more you can talk about that. Remember, we're thinking about what properties, what definition, what come up when we talk about these shapes. sure you feel they're correct, okay? Because I'm going to ask if there are any corrections we should make.
Can I correct one?
No, not yet, okay? But keep it in mind which one you don't think is correct.
Okay.
All right, have a seat. Have you written something?
Let me see. I know the equation for the term. I think.
Oh, come on, for a rectangle? That was what, third grade, maybe? Fourth grade? Come on, now remember that.
When you have to remember something, you can't remember it.
When you have to remember something, you can't remember that? Yeah. Okay. Maybe we should have been on certain colors, huh? That's okay. Alright. Why you keep looking at me like? What did she write it down? Alright, let's go. Other side. Let's go. Who's else? Come on. Eugene, come on now. Man, did you expel all the brain power on that one question? Come on. I know you got more. Lucy, you wrote something? Well, come on.
I can't remember anything else.
I see one easy one. Well, I don't know if it's easy, but I see one that's missing.
I know.
There's a couple. I see one word one, not necessarily a picture. I like you. Oh, is that you? All right, choose someone to come whisper it in your ear. Choose someone. Can give you one. Choose someone.
I don't know. No one knows anything before.
The llama might. All right, I'll let you off the hook. Here we go. This time. Let's go. Come on. Oh, we're not moving so quickly now, are we? Everybody up. Everybody up. Come look at the board. Come on now. All right, so let's just stop right here. What I want us to do is, because I want to give you time to work. So I just want to put this up here. Now, can we be 100? Are we certain that the ones that are up here are accurate? That's what I want us to survey. Are we accurate? Can somebody tell me, what's this? I don't really know what this is. What is this? Oh. But what's missing? I would add something to it. You wrote it, right? What would we add to it to make sure that we got a kite? Okay, so do I put one tick mark or two? Two. Where? Here? Okay. All right. Good. Now, there's a. What other? I like all of these. What other words can we use to describe polygon? And it's along the line of convex, concave. What other word can we use? Regular. What does that mean?
Equiangular.
It's both equilateral and equiangular.
Regular. Okay. All right. That's a word that I would add to this column. We need to be aware of that because you're going to see that. I might say draw a regular polygon, so on and so forth. All right. Now everything down here. But this isn't all. Obviously, our reference book should have more than this. But now, if you don't have some of these things, and I'll survey it as we're looking, as the period goes on, to make sure we're correct, you should be writing some of these things down if you didn't have them. All right? This is kind of like a little review. This is how you could practice reviewing for any chapter that we cover. Just write down the figures, see what you know. Let me just kind of survey real quick to see opposite sides, parallel, opposite angle, opposite sides congruent, opposite angles are congruent, diagonals, bisect, square, rectangle, all that stuff. Area. All right, I think we got probably like at least 85% of everything down, if not more. Okay? All right, so now, what I want you to do is this. You have the rest of the time. That's about 30 minutes, okay, to work on the review worksheet. Okay? I'm going to leave this stuff up here for the period. If you find something else you want to add, go ahead and come and add to it. But now is the rest of your time to start working on this or finish this if you've already started on this. I also want to answer those questions that were from the homework 6.7. I want to be able to answer